The greatest thing Goodwill has done for me, it's been basically give me a second opportunity at life. I used to be in factory work, and I'd been bouncing around from job to job in factory work. It's just something I never enjoyed, but I did it because it was income and the money was needed. And then at my last factory job before I worked for Goodwill, I had an injury due to my back where I slipped at work and I was off work for 2 years. BWC had me come here for the Goodwill Work Rehabilitation Program, and the rehabilitation program allowed me to gain more skills than what I ever thought I would. They helped me with learning more skills on the computer, emails, Excel, Word.
The work adjustment program is for people usually from the VA or Bureau of Workmen's Comp, and it ranges anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks. People come in and they start out at maybe 4 hours, 4 days a week, and work their way up to about 7 hours, 5 days a week to get them ready and get their stamina up to work a full-time job. Aaron was a great guy. He was very polite, very quiet. He was a little worried at first because he, was looking to get a job. He'd been out of work for a while and he had, had an injury, so he just needed to brush up on his computer skills and he wanted to work security, so we put him in with our security staff.
Aaron was working as a participant here, and he got assigned to work with security in our area, and so we met through that program and started training him at the position, doing simple things like rounds around the facility, looking at cameras, checking fire extinguishers.
I come from a family of police officers, so I always knew I wanted to get into something that was related to security, policing, loss prevention, somewhere in there. I figured take a chance, see if they're hiring, and sure enough, they were, and I was fortunate enough to be accepted.
The qualities that I saw inside of Aaron, he was always extremely kind, and he cared a lot, and he was eager to learn. That made it easy for me that when we had a job opportunity and me and Aaron been in contact after he was already a participant here, to go ahead and tell my boss, Mike, that maybe he'd be a perfect fit for the job because he just reflect the values of Goodwill.
At the Ken Weber Community Campus for Goodwill, I am one of the security officers, and I monitor CCTV for over 20 different stores, as well as monitor the perimeter here, as well as providing escorts for people at the evening when they leave the campus to be sure everyone gets out to their car safe. After doing the work rehabilitation here, they've given me a second chance to do something I want to do. It hasn't been, I have to go back to being this miserable person. I can push and overcome these barriers that I need to overcome.
When we started, I saw Aaron grow by just becoming more confident. He was always eager, and I mean, you can't put that into somebody, and more people just see it as like a job you just show up and do. But Aaron, whatever he was up to that day, he was definitely eager about it, and you can't teach that.
I think community support in Goodwill is so important, because they're a nonprofit. They do what they can when they can. If they have the funds, you can aid Goodwill and their mission by if you go to the stores, even if it's 1 or 2 items, that money goes to a bigger cause. It goes to the bigger picture of helping out a community. You could change someone's life. Really, all it takes is one person to really change the course of history. And I believe if we had a whole community that would be working in on that, we could do unrealistic things that people never thought possible.